Welcome back all of you to our online platform, that is our school's YouTube channel. So again we are ready with today's video. This video is for class 6 and the subject is science, and today we are supposed to start the new chapter, that is chapter number 2, and the name of the chapter is components of food. In the first chapter we have discussed regarding the food and from where we are getting that food. The food is the essential part, as we have discussed in the first chapter, and from where we are getting from the plants as well as from the animals. Now the components of the food. Components of the food means the parts of the food, means the parts with which the food has been made up of. We have seen in our daily life that food should have the vitamins, proteins, carbohydrates, iron, calcium, iodine. These words we are supposed to listen in our daily life, whether your food is having the vitamins, whether your food is having the proteins or carbohydrates or iron or iodine or calcium. So these are the nutrients. Nutrients means these are the essential part of the food. Essential parts means that these are the chemical product of the food which we require for energy. Why we require food? We require the food for energy as well as for the means the regular growth of our body. So these are the chemical components of the food which are essential for the energy and for the regular growth of the human being, the body of the human being, and these parts are known as the nutrients. Now the food means the food is there to get the energy and for the regular growth of the body, plus one more word is there, that is the balanced diet. Balanced diet balanced diet is the food in which the essential nutrients means the vitamins, the proteins, and the carbohydrates, iron, calcium, iodine are present in adequate quantity. Means how much is the requirement of the body, that much should be there in our food. If this is the case, then we can say that we are having the balanced diet. If we are having the balanced diet, then our body will grow in a proper manner. Afterwards, food can be classified into energy giving foods, body building foods, and protective foods. Energy giving foods, body building foods, and protective foods. Energy giving foods are the foods which gives us instant energy, as we are seeing that the players while playing the cricket or the football or any other game used to take the energy drinks. Those type of energy drinks provide the instant energy which is required for those players. So some of the foods are energy giving foods, instant energy. Second one is the bodybuilding, means the foods which helps us in the growth of the body are known as bodybuilding foods. Third one is the most important one, that is the Protective foods are the foods which protects our body from certain diseases, means which enhance our immunity system or our immune system. Such type of foods are known as protective foods. So our diet should be the balanced one, and we can select from these below that whether we require the energy giving food or the body building food or the protective food. After that, out of these nutrients we are too much conscious regarding the vitamins. So vitamins are there: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, as well as vitamin. So these are some of the vitamins we are supposed to listen in our daily language. Vitamin B can also be written as vitamin B complex. Complex word can be added with vitamin B. So vitamin A. So some of the diseases are there which we can have if deficiency is there. Deficiency of these vitamins causes different kind of diseases. So which kind of disease can be caused by vitamin A? For vitamin A, if we are not taking the vitamin A in the adequate quantity, that will lead in the loss of vision, or if we are not taking vitamin B complex in adequate quantity, then that will lead into the disease that is beriberi. Vitamin C is leading to scurvy, and vitamin D causes rickets. And if calcium is not there in our balanced diet, then our bones can be weak, and if iodine is not there in the adequate quantity, then we can suffer from goiter, and if iron is not there, then we can suffer from anemia. So these are some of the diseases which can be caused by the deficiency of these chemical components of the food. If vitamin A is not present in our diet in an adequate quantity, then we can suffer from loss of vision. Our eye can be weakened, we cannot see either the far objects or the nearby object. That depends on the strength of the or intensity of the or power of the eye lens. Then the deficiency of vitamin B can cause the disease which is known as beriberi, and vitamin C scurvy, and vitamin D rickets. What are the rickets? Some of the people we have seen while walking, their knees used to be like knees used to touch each other like this. So knees are touching each other, and he or she is not feeling easy while walking. That disease is known as rickets. And then calcium. Calcium is very essential part of the food which is required for the strengthening of bones as well as teeth. If calcium is not present in our daily diet, then that can affect the strength of the bones. Now iodine, as you are seeing many of the advertisement in your TV that that salt is having the iodine and that salt is not having the iodine. Iodine also essential part of our food, that if the deficiency is there, means the iodine is not present up to the mark, means it is less than the percentage which our body require, then we can suffer from the disease which is known as goiter. Goiter means our throat here it swells up, means it becomes thicker, something is there coming out of the throat, and that type of disease is known as the goiter. Afterwards, the iron. If iron is not present in our daily diet, then we can suffer from anemia. Anemia means that anemia is related, that disease is related with our blood, means the blood is less, means, or we can say the percentage of RBC is less. RBC means red blood cells. So these are the diseases which we can suffer from the deficiency of these vitamins or these essential parts of our daily diet. So I hope that you have understood today's basic concept, that what are the components of the food and which type of disease which we can suffer from if we are not taking our diet in a proper manner. Means in a proper manner means if our diet is lacking of either of these vitamins or these essential parts such as the calcium, iodine or iron. So you are supposed to go through the video and you are supposed to note down the important term in your rough notebook, and at the end of the chapter, when we are supposed to complete the chapter, and then we are supposed to discuss the questions given in the exercise at the end of the chapter of your textbook, then we are supposed to supply the answers in this video as well as in the PDF form as we have supplied yesterday. Afterwards only you are supposed to copy those question answers into your fair notebook, and after completing the work you are supposed to take the pic of that and you are supposed to send on the, or you can send, or you are supposed to upload on the school's WhatsApp number, so that we can also maintain the record of the name of the students who are completing their work on the daily basis. At the same time, if you are facing any kind of problem to understand any of these terms, then you can call us or you can message us. We will try to rectify your doubts so that you can easily understand the all the terms given in this chapter. Thank you very much.